Think you know everything about Minecraft? Well, I'm here to hopefully prove that wrong. It's hard to keep track of everything you can do in Minecraft, and there are a ton of things in the game I'm willing to bet you've never ever heard of. With that said, here are 35 secret Minecraft things you probably didn't know. Also, we're only 60,000 subscribers away from the big 500k, which is crazy. So if you do enjoy, then please consider subscribing. It helps out a ton, and it'd be awesome to reach 500k before Social Blades as I'm supposed to. Thank you so much, please consider it, and let's get right into it. Number 1. You ever notice those weird runic symbols on end crystals? While at first they may just seem like random nonsense, if you look closer you might notice something. By rotating and putting all the symbols next to each other, you can actually create what looks like the word Mojang. Whether this is intentional or not is yet to be confirmed, but if it is, it's a really cool and creative Easter egg. Number 2. Even though Minecraft doesn't have an actual point system, when you die, the game shows you your score. This comes from your XP level before you die. However, what you might not know is that if you die with over 21,863 levels, the XP amount actually overflows the code, and you see your score will be negative. Kinda cool, but there's no way you're getting there in survival. Number 3. The combat update of 1.9 was probably the most controversial Minecraft update ever, but this one might just steal the title. Several combat snapshots were released with drastic reworks of the current PvP changes. One of these was the reach change of each weapon. If you don't know, the current distance you can hit someone is no longer than 3 blocks. However, in these potential 1.19 snapshots, reach with an axe was changed to 2.5 blocks, reach with a sword was kept at 3, but reach with a hoe was changed to 3.5 blocks. So theoretically, if you wanted an easy way to keep your opponents away, you could outreach them with a hoe, making my fantasies of using a scythe in Minecraft finally a reality. Number 4. If you've played the game for a while, you're probably familiar with the world around you. You know this is a lake, this is an ocean, and this is a ravine. However, do you know what this is called? You've probably seen these small spouts of lava and water all the time, but did you actually know they have a name and aren't just random bugs? These small liquid pockets are officially called springs. That's a nice piece of Minecraft trivia to flex on your friends with if you ever need one. Number 5. By the same token, what about this? You may have come across hundreds of these and only ever thought they were a glitch or some sort of terrain accident. Well, you'd be wrong. Like the springs, these basins are also intentional terrain features, modeled after the real-life phenomena of geological shields. That's another random terrain fact you can brag to your friends about. Number 6. Snow golems are our best friends in the game. We can bring them to life and we can love them a lot. But they hate us. In fact, snow golems are coded to actively try to leave the room they are in. If these snowmen are in a confined space, every couple of seconds they'll check to see if there's an exit and waltz their way out. Kinda rude considering you brought them to life, but whatever, I'll let it slide. Number 7. Each mob in the game has a sound. Pigs oink, cows moo, sheep's baa, and elder guardians? Well, elder guardians moan. If you turn on subtitles, the official sound name for whatever noise an elder guardian makes is called a moan. Kind of a funny and weird choice, but hey, it makes for a nice trivia fact, so I'm not complaining. Number 8. If there's any better friend than the snow golem, it's the wolf. These furry companions will keep by your side and will follow you and protect you to the end of the earth. And if they ever get damaged, you can feed them back up and watch as their tail rises in delight. However, a funny feature is if you give your wolf max regeneration, health boost, and absorption, it will get so beefy its tail will go wild and trace circles in and around itself. It's a really wholesome and funny quirk. Number 9. This segue isn't smooth. And you know what else isn't smooth? Honey blocks. In fact, they're pretty sticky, which is why it's all the more surprising that you can shoot arrows through them. Because these guys don't actually count as a full block, you can shoot arrows through their gaps as long as you're aiming straight forward. You can take advantage of this and make what looks like a boxed-in archer tower with a sticky punch your friends won't see coming. Number 10. Lava, just like archer towers, can be pretty deadly, but there's a super easy way to be safe from it in case you find yourself without fire resistance. Just pop into a bed and bam, all lava around or above you will do no damage. Granted, this won't save you from mobs, but it's a great way to escape from a fiery disaster. Number 11. Village houses are okay, they look kind of nice, but you can tell that the villagers aren't that good architects. However, your opinion might change when you see this. A 146 block tall village house completely naturally generated. This thing is a skyscraper and it puts the rest of the houses to shame. It generates in Minecraft 1.12 on this seed and it is just massive. Maybe villagers do know what they're doing. It's quite the engineering a marvel if you ask me. Number 12. Speaking of big things, biomes. These chunks of land make up the world and can get pretty large, and sometimes I feel like birch forests in particular just never end. But imagine the biggest biome you've ever seen, and upscale it 100 times. That's right, the largest biome ever discovered in Minecraft, a 13 million block ocean. This monstrous body of water naturally generates in regular Minecraft and is enormous. Ignoring the fact that there aren't even trees at the spawn location, to get from the center to the nearest piece of land will take you 2 minutes and 42 seconds of straight boat travel. That's just to reach the nearest coast. Number 13. On the complete tail end of that, in 1.16.2 there used to be a bug that would allow this. Think this sand looks out of place? Well, it is. It's actually a part of a 5-block biome bug. This seed generates a 5-block beach biome in the middle of a plains. This bug is now fixed, but you have to admit it was pretty funny while it lasted. Number 14. Giants are pretty weird mobs. They've been removed from the game, added back, and can't spawn naturally without commands. And you probably knew that. But what you might not know is how much more broken they actually are. If you try to name a giant, its name will not appear above it like normal mobs, but instead inside of its head. Additionally, if you try to fit one of these big guys into a minecart, number 1, it's a miracle he even fits, but number 2, it will hover well over the actual cart. And they also even make the same noise as the player when you hit them, making you wonder what the heck happened to the developers when designing this mob. Number 15. Ever think redstone gets confusing sometimes? Well, you aren't alone. The observer texture is what it is now because Jeb himself, the current owner of Minecraft, kept confusing the back and the front, so he had it retextured. So if you ever feel stupid when doing redstone, even the owners of the game did, so don't worry about it. Number 16. Speaking of Jeb, the guy had some pretty weird plans for the game back in the day. One of his ideas was something called the Ultimate Plan. You may know that Minecraft doesn't have an official story, but not anymore. The Ultimate Plan was going to be some sort of lore edition involving the Dragon Egg and the Endermites. What this could have meant is up for your interpretation. I'm curious to see what you think in the comments below, so let me know your thoughts. Number 17. When you die, along with your score, you get a death message. Nothing new, these things have been in the game forever. Depending on what kills you, you'll have a different death message each time. But what's the longest one possible without commands? Well, for that you need a zombified piglin and a cactus, and it looks something like this. 117 total characters commemorating your passing away. That's pretty long. Number 18. Minecraft has a few unofficial rules like don't dig straight down and always mine for diamonds on Y11, and that they do have some truth behind them. But what about an actual law in the game mechanics? This is something called the ZX law. The ZX law has a bunch of weird and random properties that I can't even hope to explain why they happen. For instance, look at these two sets of saplings. This group can grow into a tree, but this one cannot. Any idea why? Well, these blocks are on the southeast of the tree, while these are on the northwest. For some reason, this prevents the tree from growing, but I could, again, not tell you why. But that's not the end of the ZX law, folks. TNT cannons facing south and east will on average fire further than those facing north or west. And whenever the player spawns into the world, or any other mob is spawned, whether that be by spawn egg, turtle egg, or breeding, they'll always spawn in facing south. Just a couple of things you may have never thought about that actually have a secret law behind them. Number 19. You may actually know this one just because so many trivia videos cover it, but it's so weird I had to include it. We all know about the horrifying ghast in the Nether and their terrifying scream. Well, they're actually voiced by cats. Yeah, cats. The current sounds of the ghast are just slightly modified versions of the noises that C418's cat makes while they slept. Kinda creepy, kinda cute, a bit of both. Number 20. Speaking of mob sounds, creepers and TNT. These two icons of Minecraft are already pretty similar as is, but they have another hidden correlation. The infamous hissing sound made by these four-legged explosion rods is actually the same noise as the noise TNT makes when you prime it, just pitched down a little. A nice similarity in my opinion. Number 21. If you've ever played Minecraft for a long period of time, you probably know about the limitations of certain enchantments, like how Bane of Arthropods is incompatible with Smite and Protection is incompatible with Fire Protection. But that's not necessarily true. In a few older versions of Minecraft, you could actually get this cursed armor in survival, but it would be pretty difficult to do so. When lightning hits a skeleton horse, it spawns the cool skeleton horsemen, each of which has their own enchanted armor pieces. Well, sometimes those enchantments enchantments ended up being normally unstackable ones. In fact, there was even a point where you could have 2 protections on the same helmet. As I mentioned, this has been fixed, but it was one of the coolest bugs while it lasted. Number 22. As is the case with movable tile entities, giant ravines, and more customizable skins, Bedrock Edition is just sometimes cooler than Java. And this is one of those times. In Bedrock, there's a feature called dead trees. Sometimes trees will just naturally generate with vines over them, making them look aged and natural. They can also generate on their sides as logs, even with a cute mushroom on top. This feature adds a ton of atmospheric detail, and I wish it was also in Java. Number 23. The bosses in Minecraft can be pretty scary, especially the Wither. I mean, some art of this guy is straight up nightmare fuel. And maybe it may help to get to know them a bit better so they aren't as scary the next time you fight them. What am I getting at? Well, the 2 bosses in Minecraft actually have names by the developers. Officially named by the game devs, the Wither is called Simmons, a play on the word summon, and the dragon is named Gene. Why Gene? I really have no idea, I couldn't tell you. Number 24, it's time for the Squid segment, everyone's favorite broadcast on YouTube. The next 3 facts will be all about our favorite underwater creatures. Squids in Minecraft actually have a sound. If you listen close enough, their ambient sound is barely noticeable, but it is actually there. There's a sound file these guys play every so often. It sounds something like this. Number 25. Squids are the only mobs not affected by the dinner bone name tag, and that's because they don't really have a side to be flipped on, they kind of just exist. It makes sense if you think about it. Number 26. If you bother to count, squids only have 8 tentacles, while their real-life counterparts usually have 10. So these squids aren't even squids, they're more like octopi. And that concludes the squid segment. Back to your normal broadcast. Number 27. You may know that if a skeleton shoots and kills a creeper, it'll drop a music disc upon death. However, if you wanted an easy way to farm records, just stuff a bunch of creepers into a hole with water, and have a skeleton shoot a flaming arrow at TNT above them. If this arrow ignites a TNT, every creeper it kills will drop a disc, allowing you to obtain an absolutely massive number of them. It's really easy. Number 28. Let's go back to the owners for a second because they had some pretty weird ideas back in the day. At one point in 2010, one of Notch's ideas for the game was a land claim system where you could craft flags and claim land. In this claimed land, mobs couldn't spawn or despawn. I guess we actually got the first half of that with torches, but imagine how much different the game would be if we could actually do this. Number 29. Speaking of the owners making the game a whole lot different, one feature you've probably messed around with at one point is Amplified mode. This generation type creates wild and wonderful looking terrain in the form of absurdly massive mountains. And it was a complete accident. The generation mode was invented by mistake when Jeb put some incorrect numbers into the coordinate system. And boom, whoever said accidents were all that bad. Number 30. If you're wondering what makes your game lag in Minecraft, whether it be entities or terrain generation, there's actually a good way to find out. If you press Shift and F3 at the same time, the debug menu opens with an additional pie chart in the bottom right, outlining what Minecraft is spending its memory doing. This way you can troubleshoot better if the game seems to be lagging for no apparent reason. Number 31. Builders, this one's for you. There's a little bug in Minecraft that lets you make vertical slabs, a feature we've all really wanted in the game. Just place 2 redstone blocks on either side of a wall, and then TNT on those redstone blocks. It will stretch out the wall of your choice and make it look like a vertical slabs. Super dandy building hack if you ask me. Number 32. On the topic of slabs, here's one you maybe never heard of. Petrified slabs look exactly like normal oak ones, but with a twist. They can't be set on fire and mined with pickaxes and not axes. They can't be crafted, you can only get them through the creative inventory. Once you do have them though, you can use them to make fireproof wooden walls. Another handy building trick. Number 33. Speaking of blocks you've never heard of, this one's also on the useful side. The moving piston is a block that you can obtain in survival with glitches or place with commands in creative. It has a ton of weird properties that I cover in this video in the top right. Namely, mobs can see through it but can't walk through it, you can't place blocks where it is, and it can hold up floating blocks and contain water. It's really useful and I recommend you try it out. Number 34. In 2012, Minecraft almost got sued for $388 million. Apparently another company had gotten a patent for some security feature that Minecraft had implemented and then tried to sue them for it. Luckily this absurd claim ended up not working and Minecraft got off scot-free. Thank God for that. Number 35. As we've already seen many times, back in the day the game was a pretty weird place. And what's this fact but another layer to that weirdness? A couple of versions ago there were around 20 different placeholder potions. These ranged anywhere from the Suave potion to the Stinky potion to the Debonair potion. All of them of course did absolutely nothing, but they were still really funny to look back on. But with that said, those are 35 secret Minecraft things you probably didn't know. Well, I mean, now you do. As you may have noticed, this video is heavily inspired by Skip the Tutorial. A link to his channel will be down below, and be sure to subscribe to him as well. As I mentioned last time, I don't want to completely rip him off, so I'll only do 1 or 2 more of these if they do well, since you guys enjoyed the last one so much. But after that I'll be done, so don't worry, not that many. However, that's all I have for today. Please subscribe so we can get to 500k, that'd be super duper awesome. But thank you so much, and peace out, have a good one.